I'm Dr. SCL. I'm a dad, a chiropractor, and the translator you didn't know you needed in this, the first year of parenting. This is Decoded, the first year, the podcast that turns baby brain confusion, mum burnout, and milestone panic into clarity you can actually use. Let's make sense of the chaos by decoding it together. Hey mum, it's Dr. SCL, your in-house translator of the chaotic space called all things baby development. Now that you're a parent, you've probably asked yourself the question at least once, is this normal? It makes sense. Normal feels safe. Normal feels like reassurance. But here's the thing. Neurologically, normal is a very blunt tool. Development doesn't happen in neat little categories. It happens in patterns. And if we're only asking, is this normal, we miss the real story hiding underneath. What's active? What's actually driving your baby's movement, postures, responses, and behaviours? Today, we're going to reframe the way you look at baby's development so you stop judging and start seeing. So let's decode what's really happening. One of the first questions parents are taught to ask is this normal? And nowadays, as a parent myself, I understand why. Because as I said before, normal sounds safe, it sounds reassuring, but it can be such a blunt tool because those categories are not neat and bundled up. They're in patterns. And that's why two babies can look completely different and both be developing appropriately. And why two babies can also look the same while their nervous systems are doing very different things under the surface. This is where things such as our primitive reflexes give us a much clearer lens. Instead of judging behaviour, we look at what's active, what's driving functions and behaviours and patterns. We ask, is a reflex still organising tone? Is it influencing posture? Is it shaping how a baby responds to stimuli such as touch, sound, or movement? And all of a sudden, things that felt worrying at the start begin to make sense. A busy baby may not be overstimulated. Their nervous system may still be reflex-driven. And a baby who startles easily isn't anxious. Their system may be prioritising safety. And a baby who avoids certain positions isn't just being stubborn. It's their nervous system protecting against instability. When we label these things as personality or behaviour too early, we miss the message. Reflexes are that message. They tell us what the nervous system is ready for, what it's still organising, and where support may well be helpful or even unnecessary. This doesn't mean every reflex needs intervention. Most don't. But it does mean we stop rushing to reassurance or rushing to fix. Instead, we observe with context. We ask better questions. And when parents not only understand this, but in turn ask those better questions of their health team, something powerful really happens. They stop outsourcing their intuition to charts and labels, and they start trusting what they see, because they finally have a framework for which to interpret it. Your baby doesn't need to fit into what society or health providers or charts or even the internet deems to be normal. They just need to be understood. And when you as the parent can understand what's active in a child's nervous system, the pressure to perform quietly dissolves, because development stops being something to judge and becomes something you can read. So here's the big takeaway I would really want you to take as a parent, is stop asking, is this normal? Start asking, what's active? Observe, notice, Understand the messages your baby's reflexes, postures, and behaviours are giving you. Because most don't need intervention, and they definitely don't need fixing. What they do need is context, attention, and your trust as a parent. Your trust as a parent to provide them a safe environment to go about growing up big and strong. When you read your baby through a lens of what's active in their nervous system, suddenly you're not guessing, you're interpreting, you're guiding, and you're understanding. And that is what makes all the difference. If this episode struck a chord, then please tell another mum out there that there is a space where chaos meets understanding, where panic meets calm, and where confusion gets decoded. And for more, please make sure you're following on the socials at Mount Hawthorn Chiropractic. As always, I'm Dr. SCL. Out. Thanks for listening to Decoded, the first year, where we translate the mess of early parenting into something that actually makes sense. Be sure to share this episode with a friend, a partner, or a mum that you know who is quietly struggling through the noise and secretly Googling every milestone. If you want to hear more decoding, follow at Mount Hawthorn Chiropractic on the socials. Let's keep decoding the chaos. No mansplaining, no pressure, no judgment, just clarity when you need it most. Please note, this podcast isn't medical advice. It's just smart strategies from a Gonstead chiropractor, a dad, and someone who's been in the room with hundreds of mums trying to make sense of their baby's development, their own postpartum recovery, and the constant noise that comes with modern parenting. Always chat with your health team for specific care.